In this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to do the Picot edging, a really nice stitch just to finish off your projects, blankets, or even the edges of garments. I could see these looking quite nice round a cuff, so you would have that part round near your wrist. So let's have a look at the tutorial. Hello, my name's Karen Stangram and welcome to Conquer Crochet, the channel for tips, tricks and techniques for conquering your crochet. Everything I talk about in today's video will be linked in the descriptions below. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you don't miss a single stitch. So if you're keen to get going with this video, give me a thumbs up and let's do this. So for this tutorial I'm using a double knit yarn. I have a 4mm crochet hook. I have scissors to cut off my end and my needle to sew in my ends. So I've already made my fabric. This is my lovely big blanket, and I'm going to do a slip knot, and then working on the wrong side of your work. This is actually the same on both sides, but working on the wrong side of your work, insert your hook into the first stitch of your border. Put your slip knot back on your hook and pull through the stitch, yarn over, and then tighten up your tail. So we're going to do a row of double crochets. I'm just going to go along the top edge, but you can go all the way around if you're going to be doing a blanket with the same border. Going to do double crochet in the same stitch as the one we've just joined to, and I'm going to hide my tail as I'm going, so I'm just running that along that top edge. So insert into the same stitch underneath your tail, grab your yarn and pull it back through, yarn over and pull through those two loops on your hook. So we're just going to do a row of double crochets all the way down for row 1. And I like to do this anyway, even if it doesn't say in the pattern that I need to do a row of double crochets, because I think it just gives a nice professional edge, professional finish to your edging. So pause the video now if you're wanting to follow along with me, and I will see you at the end of this row to show you what we need to do for row 2. So for row 2 then, I've finished my double crochets. I'm going to turn my work and I'm going to chain 3. Normally I chain 3 and then turn, but for this one I'm going to turn first. So I'm going to chain 3, and that's going to be part of our first picot stitch. So a picot stitch is a chain 3 and then a slip stitch in the third chain from the hook. So 1, 2, 3, I'm going to slip stitch into that first chain that we made. Going to skip the next stitch, so I've worked into this one, I'm skipping the next stitch and I'm going to do a double crochet in the next stitch, and then we repeat. Chain 3, slip stitch in that first chain, skip a stitch, double crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, slip stitch in the first chain, yarn over, pull through, and pull through the one on your hook, skip a stitch, double crochet. So I'm just going to work along to the end of the row so you can see how a whole edge works, but essentially it's the picot, chain 3, slip stitch, miss a stitch, double crochet. So I shall see you in a second. So I've just worked up a few more rows for you to see how it looks. I'll just bring that closer to the camera for you so you can really pull up the picot stitches so you can see the edging there. Nice simple edging. I think if you didn't have this row of double crochets, these would kind of get lost a little bit and it wouldn't look like much of an edging, so it really makes it, gives it a more expensive look that you've actually gone and bothered to put the row of double crochets in. So that's how to do the picot edging. I really hope you found today's tutorial useful. If there are any information that you need to find out about this video, have a look in the descriptions below where I post all the links to any freebies and other videos I think you might find useful. Don't forget, if you have enjoyed this video, to give me a thumbs up below. Don't forget also to subscribe and hit the notification bell if you've enjoyed it and you'd like to see more of my tutorial videos. There are 2 other videos on screen to help you on your crochet journey, and I will see you over there. Thank you so much for joining me on this one, and happy hooking!